In an effort to catch the Raiders off guard, Unitas backpedaled, then aired out a long pass to wide receiver Eddie Hinton that just missed the mark. The replay shows the terrific pass protection afforded Unitas and how badly future Hall of Famer Willie Brown, number 24, was beat. Undaunted, Unitas fired deep again, this time receiving pressure from number 34, Gus Otto, with number 47, Kent McLuhan, breaking up the pass intended for Roy Jefferson. On the replay, we can see that the pass was slightly underthrown, or else it would have been 6 points for the Colts. With no luck in the deep passing game, Unitas connected on medium-deep passes like here to Roy Jefferson, who scored 7 touchdowns in the regular season. Number 34, Tom Nowatzki, blasted through the Raiders' defense for 11 yards. And then 1970 first-round draft pick number 36, Norm Bulash, also carved him up. Unitas, the cagey veteran that he was, spotted a running opportunity and took it for a first down. He ran into a mountain of Raider muscle at the 4-yard line, though. The replay shows that Tom Nowatzki on the left-hand side of the screen also got creamed. Enter Jim O'Brien, rookie kicker, who scored 93 points in 1970. He rebooted this 16-yard field goal. The Colts dominated ball possession in the first quarter by running 25 plays to Oakland's 8. LaMonica's play was erratic as he only completed 1 of 4 passes for 6 yards while being sacked once. Unitas, on the other hand, was red hot, and he kept up the pressure on the Raiders by hitting number 27, Ray Perkins. Unfortunately, the Colts dropped a golden opportunity. The Raiders finally gained some momentum when Hugh Dixon rambled downfield and took a big belt from number 56, Ray May. He came right back and busted for 14 yards through the teeth of the Colts defense. Monica just missed connecting with sure-handed Fred Biletnikoff on this fly pattern. Things got worse as Bubba Smith pounded LaMonica. And here's the replay. Bubba's sack caused LaMonica to severely pull a groin muscle. He was done for the day. The Colts took over, and Unitas kept bombing away. Willie Brown nearly missed picking it off. Number 49, David Lee, booted from his own end zone, and the Colts received a big break when George Atkinson mishandled it, and the Colts recovered. With stellar pass protection all day, the Unitas had no hesitancy in uncorking yet another medium-deep pass that Eddie Hinton snared. This replay shows the strong blocking of the Colts offensive line and a super tight spiral spun by the old master. Big Boo, Norm Boulash, ran through a nice hole for 6 points. Down 10-0, George Blandon needed some quick points, but the Raiders' passing game was out of sync. Amazingly, Fred Biletnikoff, Warren Wells, and Raymond Chester went the entire first half without catching a single pass. It was so woeful that the Raiders only had 9 yards passing in the entire first half. The Raiders inched close enough so that old reliable George Blanda's kicking toe could nail this 48-yard field goal. The Raiders' defense got the ball back quickly for Blanda, but number 20, Jerry Logan, showed why he was named to the Pro Bowl in 1970 on the basis of 6 interceptions, 2 of which were returned for touchdowns. Unitas wanted one more score before halftime, but Norm Boulash, who had only caught 11 passes in the regular season, was more of a runner than a receiver, and he bobbled this pass. The Colts had to settle for a Jim O'Brien 49-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is just to the left. Future Hall of Fame linebacker Ted Hendricks stormed in unblocked and pummeled Blanda. One of 4 times that he'd be sacked on this day. Warren Wells finally caught a pass, and he juked his way to a first down. On the next play, number 85, Roy Hilton gave Blanda a bruise tattoo, but Fred Biletnikoff from 38 yards out scored to make the score 10-10. On the replay, we can see Hilton's high shot to Blanda, along with number 47, Charlie Stukes' stumble that led to the touchdown. Both teams practiced the tip drill as Eddie Hinton meandered 30 yards. And then he hauled in this 17-yarder. He had a game-high 115 receiving yards. Another touchdown was blown when Roy Jefferson mishandled this perfect pass. The Colts settled for a 23-yard Jim O'Brien field goal. Only down by 3 points, Blanda tried to get his ground game going, but yards were tough to come by, and the Raiders ended up punting. John Unitas gave another chance to Roy Jefferson, and this time he held on for dear life. Behind perfect pass protection, Unitas fired to Jefferson once more to the Raiders' 11-yard line. The delayed sweep by Norm Bulash caught the Raiders' defense off guard and resulted in a touchdown. Trailing by 10 points early in the fourth quarter, Blanda had no choice but to air it out. Rookie Raymond Chester caught his first pass of the game, which was good for 35 big yards. Drafted in the first round out of Morgan State, he caught 42 passes in the regular season, ninth best in the AFC. A 37-yard pass play to Warren Wells, who had 108 yards on the day, took the Raiders to the Colts' 11-yard line. Blanda came up huge on 3rd down and 14 with this score to Warren Wells. The Colts disputed that Wells did not have possession of the ball, but the referees determined that he did. Not content to sit on a 3-point lead, Unitas dropped back to pass. And seeing nobody open, he ran out of the pocket. Unfortunately, he ran right into Ben Davidson's foot. It would take a lot more than that to knock out Johnny U from the game, and he kept pulling the trigger. Nehemiah Wilson got spun up into a perfect tizzy, and Ray Perkins cruised on in with a 68-yard touchdown. Down by 10 points, the Raiders crossed up the Colts on this draw play to Charlie Smith that netted 20 yards. It kept the Raiders' hopes alive, and with George Blanda at the controls, the Raiders were never out of it. He was second in the NFL MVP voting at age 43. Here Blanda connected with Freddie Bolitnikoff, who demonstrated his drop and drive running technique. Passing on every down, Old George hit Warren Wells on a crossing route. But the Colts' perpetual stampede corralled him. Blanda was reeling after that hit. Going for broke, George Blanda tried to hit Raymond Chester in the end zone, but Rick Volk intercepted and sealed a Colts win.